Mayor Quinn here. Mayor Moore is absent. Everyone, please stand for a silent prayer, a moment of reflection. We will now salute the flag. I pledge allegiance to the flag of the United States of America and to the republic for which it stands, one nation, under God, indivisible, with liberty and justice for all. As required by the Public Meetings Act, Chapter 231 of PL 1975, Act of Notice of this meeting has been provided in the following manner. The annual notice reported to the Asbury Park Press, the poster of the Star Ledger on January 3rd, 2023, and posted on the bulletin board the same date. All notices are on file with the city clerk. We are now on to matters from city council.
Yes, I have something. Okay, thank you. Good evening and happy holidays to everyone. The city of Asbury Park has received a score of 100, the highest score possible in the Human Rights Campaign HRC 2023 Municipal Equality Index, which means different aspects of LGBTQ+ inclusivity in municipalities around the country. Cities are rated based on non-discrimination laws, the municipality as an employer, municipal services, law enforcement, and leadership on LGBTQ+ equality. And for the full release, please visit the City of Asbury Park website.com. That's all for me.
Thank you, Councilmember Chapman.
So I just want to thank everyone who, in Asbury Park, who helped to make this season beautiful and great for so many people. Our staff at DPW for the gorgeous decorations, staff and chamber for the beautiful Christmas tree lightings, our police department who took so many of our children out holiday shopping. There's just so many people to thank. Community Karma for their backpack drive, which impacted over 700 families. All the faith leaders who have provided food and clothing throughout the season as well. There's just too many people to name, but also thanks to all of you who support these initiatives. And I wish everybody a very happy holiday season and a wonderful 2024.
Thank you. Councilmember Clayton.
Thank you. I also want to wish everybody a wonderful holiday and a happy and prosperous new year. And thank all the people that I've been with.
And more.
And more.
Thank you. Thank you very much.
So to Angela's, thank you for bringing that up, and I have to thank you, Lisa, who I know spent a lot of time working on that application, so kudos to you, greatly appreciate it. Our score, went up probably 20 points because of your questions, so that is very much appreciated. We're only 4 or 5 in the state. And so Mayor Moore's not here, I'm sure as many of you all see. He underwent surgery, he's on the mend, is looking forward to being back sometime in January, and wants to wish you all a very happy holiday. If you want to shoot him a text, but he's on the mend. I'm getting calls. So. That's it.
Thank you. Matters from City Manager.
I'm done.
Matters from City Attorney.
I'd just like to wish John all the best with their retirement.
Thank you, Brett. Thanks, Brett. Much appreciated.
At this time, we're on to a proclamation. Council would like to send a proclamation to our City Manager, Donna.
Hi, Bob. This is a proclamation from the members of the city council and the mayor to our outgoing city manager. And it reads as, whereas Donna Vieira has been a committed public servant for the city of Asbury Park, and whereas Donna has served the community of Asbury Park since 2019 and has brought a wealth of experience and insight, and whereas Donna has proven herself to be a valuable asset to the city of Asbury Park with a vast knowledge of the city's infrastructure and key to the continued revitalization of Asbury Park. And whereas during her tenure, Donna was resilient in her ability to steer the city through the COVID-19 pandemic and the city's economic recovery, assisted in the establishment of rent stabilization, was instrumental in beginning the construction of a long-planned new firehouse, and oversaw the participatory budget process with the residents. And whereas she maintained the character of Asbury Park's art and culture by facilitating numerous community events and initiatives, each such as mural projects, Arts Council, the Senior Now Festival, Asbury Park's Music and Film Festival, and Asbury Fest. And whereas the city of Asbury Park wishes to express a sincere appreciation to Donna for her outstanding performance and dedication to the residents of our community. Now therefore be it resolved that as the Asbury Park City Council do hereby thank Donna Vieira and wish her the best of luck in her retirement.
Thank you.
I guess I should say,
Yeah, thank you.
so I should put something down. So better do that. So,
It's been a privilege to work with the amazing and dedicated staff members of the City of Asbury Park. Throughout my tenure as a team, we have had many accomplishments and always prioritized the quality of life for our residents. Whether it be navigating a global pandemic, implementing programs and services to assist with the challenges of mental health issues, minimizing the impact of food insecurity, providing enrichment and employment opportunities for our youth, or maintaining and improving our infrastructure, the employees, with the undying support of council, have been outstanding in their commitment and abilities. The guidance from our professionals, and some of them are here, Jay, thank you for your support, have also been instrumental. I must also thank the numerous volunteers and agencies within our community, such as the Chamber of Commerce, Sylvia who's here tonight. Their continual support and action are integral to our city, and I've been grateful for their dedication. I wish Ms. Nazaro the best of luck in her new position and much continued success to all that are part of the City of Asbury Park. It's been my pleasure to serve the community of Asbury Park and to have the opportunity to be a small part of such an extraordinary city. Thank you all. Thank you.
We get a picture for Sonia, please?
Sure.
Your request. I'll just say, we get a picture before you go upstairs.
Oh.
Yeah.
Okay.
Thank you.
Amy.
Back it up.
sorry.
Thank you. Thank you, guys.
Now on to public participation and motion open the meeting to the public. Move it. Second. All in favor? Aye. Public participation portion is now open. Any member of the public who wishes to speak, please use the microphone, state your name and address for the record, and there will be a 3-minute time limit for each speaker. Again, state your name and address.
Hi, everybody. Sylvia, Asbury Park Chamber of Commerce. I wanted to first thank everybody for everything that you guys did to help with the menorah lighting and with the tree lighting downtown. Those are the two events that the chamber runs. I know there's a lot of tree lightings, menorah lightings, we still have ones that are coming. But those are the ones that the chamber does that we would absolutely never be able to do if not for the help from the city, and particularly our police department, the fire department, and DPW, which is now, I think, just another part of the chamber. Those guys are absolutely unbelievable. And I wanted to make sure to wish everybody a very happy Christmas. Hanukkah is over now, but I hope if you celebrate that you will have wonderful years ago, right now, that you became our interim city manager. And I know everybody, and I tried to believe you, but I didn't realize you had all those extra vowels in your name. So I was really able to find you. So I was like, I was gonna happen here. And I did, and you were lovely from the beginning, and then you became our permanent city manager, and about a minute later, COVID. And it was a baptism by fire. And the way you handled such an unprecedented time, it was wonderful that you were professional and knowledgeable, but that particular time also required compassion, and you had it you just are an unbelievable person to be able to navigate through all of that. People were dying and businesses were struggling. Now, we all thought it was going to be a few weeks and then it would be back, and it was going to be hard enough to get back from that. And it turned out to be what it was. You were present and you were visible and you were responsive, and every time I reached out to you about something that my businesses, they're really many of them just didn't think they were going to survive. And some of them didn't, but then other ones also came back, and they did that because Asbury was surviving through it. And that wouldn't happen without you here. And I thank you for all of that and for being a blessing to me still. And I look through old text messages and you get me, and I'm allowed to drop my bad language sometimes, and you're nice to me about it. So I appreciate that. And all that you've done. So thank you, and don't go far, and I know where you live.
Thank you, Sylvia. I appreciate you too.
Hi, Rita Morano, 8th Avenue. I also want to say, I think one of my nasty phone calls, I said goodbye to Donna, but I want to wish her good luck and all that goes with it. I know what you've been through, I understand, and it's not easy having 5 bosses, I know. So I just want to wish you good luck and hope you have the rest of your future is happy and you enjoy yourself.
Thank you.
And meanwhile, Happy New Year and Merry Christmas to everyone.
You too, Rita.
Thank you, Rita. Thank you, Rita.
Anybody else? We're gonna close public.
I'll go. Here, you hold my phone. Oh. Good evening, everyone. My name is Nancy Phillips, and I am a resident of Neptune Avenue. But I follow the city of Asbury Park very closely. The city of Asbury Park is an embarrassment to the town of Monmouth County. Okay, let's start with the housing authority. Councilman Anderson, you witnessed firsthand how foul the Asbury Park Housing Authority is, how foul they are. You were standing right next to me when the meeting was closed and the public was not made aware. How are the elderly supposed to Zoom into a meeting? How? They don't have knowledge. What they did was illegal. What they did was foul. I reported a possible asbestos in the whole entire building, okay, to code enforcement. The housing authority, okay, what they're doing right now is called elder abuse. The way the elderly are living, okay, is deplorable. What the mayor needs to do when he's out of surgery, okay, he needs to get up off the bench and he needs to take a walk to people's apartments in the housing authority. He needs to see the roaches firsthand, okay? He needs to test for possible asbestos. He needs to walk up and down Lake Avenue and look at the homeless people that's everywhere. The mayor needs to investigate where did that $2.7 million go that the housing authority robbed. He is aware of it. He told the Asbury Park Press he knows, but yet everybody in the housing authority still has a job. The mayor needs to inquire as to why the high school cannot pass basic skills. Why is the mayor on the bench? He does not care about anything unless pertaining to those $1 million condos on the beachfront. How can you sit on a bench and don't know that it's discrimination right downstairs in the police department? How can you sit on the bench and not know that Officer Michelle Love sued the police department for $1 million? How can you sit on the bench and not know that it's homeless people? How can you sit on the bench and not give a damn that the housing authority robbed the community of $2.7 million? Why is he in office? He needs to be dethroned. And if you need a new mayor, I'll apply for the job. Somebody needs to. I'm done here. Next.
Thank you. Anybody else? Move to close.
All in favor? All participation portion is now closed. We're now on to the minutes, I have the executive meeting minutes and regular meeting minutes of the December 6, 2023 meeting. Do I have a motion?
Move it.
Second. Councilmember Bez Anderson?
Yes.
Councilmember Chapman? Yes. Councilmember Clayton?
Yes.
Deputy Mayor Quinn?
Yes. All right, I'm going to say one thing really quickly, not related to public session, but just so everyone knows, we have some openings. I thought you were doing it already, that's okay. We have the city of Asbury Park, we're probably the only one who's got, we're a city of 1 square mile, but we have 20 boards, committees, and commissions. It's all volunteer. Those people are the people who really keep the city running in a lot of ways. We have openings on multiple boards. If you are interested, please fill out an application. It's on the city's website. Indicate what board that you are interested in. Not all of them have openings, but many of them do. And we just want to strongly encourage people to do that throughout December and January, because throughout January, we're going to be doing appointments. Sorry.
We're now on the consent agenda resolutions. All matters listed on the consent agenda are presented collectively to the city council or will be considered for approval with one vote. These matters are considered to be routine in nature. There will be no individual discussion of these items. If discussion is desired by one or more council members as to any particular item, then said item shall be removed from the consent agenda and considered separately. On consent agenda, we have resolutions 2023-547 through 2023-548. Do I have a motion?
Move it.
Second. Councilmember Bez Anderson?
Yes.
Councilmember Chapman?
Yes.
Councilmember Clayton?
Yes.
Deputy Mayor Quinn?
Yes.
Around individual resolutions, resolution 2023-529, resolution approving payment of bills.
Move it.
Second. Councilmember Bez Anderson?
Yes.
Councilmember Chapman?
Yes.
Councilmember Clayton?
Yes.
Deputy Mayor Quinn?
Yes.
Resolution 2023-550, resolution authorizing emergency roll-off truck repairs needed at the Department of Public Works.
Move it.
Second. Councilmember Bez Anderson?
Yes.
Councilmember Chapman?
Yes.
Councilmember Clayton?
Yes.
Deputy Mayor Quinn?
Yes.
Resolution 2023-551, a resolution approving change order number 1 for the wastewater treatment plant underground storage tank removal project.
Move it.
Second.
Councilmember Bez Anderson?
Yes.
Councilmember Chapman?
Yes.
Councilmember Clayton?
Yes.
Deputy Mayor Quinn?
Yes.
Resolution 2023-552, resolution approving change order number 2 for 2023 pavement sidewalk improvements project.
Move it.
Second.
Councilmember Bez Anderson?
Yes.
Councilmember Chapman? Councilmember Clayton?
Yes.
Deputy Mayor Quinn?
Yes.
Resolution 2023-553, resolution approving change order number 9 for Memorial Drive improvements project.
Move it.
Councilmember Bez Anderson?
Yes.
Councilmember Chapman?
Yes.
Councilmember Clayton?
Yes.
Deputy Mayor Quinn?
Yes.
Resolution 2023-554, resolution authorizing the release of a performance bond for 1156 Springwood Avenue, Block 803, lots 1 through 14.
Move it. Second.
Councilmember Bez Anderson?
Yes.
Councilmember Chapman?
Yes.
Councilmember Clayton?
Yes.
Deputy Mayor Quinn?
Yes.
Resolution 2023-555, resolution appointing acting city manager Joanne Booth.
Move it.
Second.
Councilmember Bez Anderson?
Yes.
Councilmember Chapman?
Yes.
Councilmember Clayton?
Yes.
Deputy Mayor Quinn?
Yes.
Congratulations.
Congratulations.
We're now on to ordinances, second reading, public hearing, ordinance 2023-39. Ordinance of the City of Asbury Park amending and supplementing subsection 7-40.5 entitled license fees of section 7-40 private parking lots of chapter 7 traffic of the code of the City of Asbury Park.
Francis, you can correct it?
Sure.
Yeah, Francis.
So this ordinance amends the section of the city code that deals with private parking lots. And basically after a study, it brings Asbury's fees in line with what other towns are charging. Other towns charge based on the spot, and this will be imposed a flat fee of $10 per spot. Previously, we had a charge for X number, it was up to 25, it was one fee, and then from 25 to the next number, say 45, it was the next fee, and it wasn't based on a spot. We're now charging $10 per spot, which we found to be consistent with how other towns are doing it, which we feel is more financially advantageous to the city.
May I vote to open up the public hearing on ordinance 2023-39? Second, all in favor? Aye. Ordinance, public hearing on ordinance 2023-39 is now open. Any member of the public who wishes to speak, please use the microphone, state your name and address for the record, and your comments may be regarding ordinance 2023-39 only. Vote to close. Second. All in favor? Aye. Public hearing on ordinance 2023-39 is now closed. I have a motion to adopt ordinance 2023-39. Move it. Second. Councilmember Bez Anderson.
Yes.
Councilmember Chapman. Yes. Councilmember Clayton. Yes. Deputy Mayor Quinn. Yes. Around ordinance 2023-44. Ordinance of the City of Asbury Park to repeal section 2-76 entitled Award of Public Contracts, Article 10, Regulation of Public Contracting, Contributions to Public Offices and Entities of the Code of the City of Asbury Park. Are you going to do something?
Yes, earlier in the year 2023, the state legislature adopted the Elections Transparency Act, which preempts the field when it comes to the issue of public contracting reform and what's commonly known as pay to play. Previously, municipalities could adopt their own ordinance that could be more stringent than the state regulations, but with this new act, the state has basically taken over the field and says that their provisions now preempt, and the DCA issued a local finance notice that recommended that towns now repeal their local pay to play ordinances because now the state regulations control. So we're basically just withdrawing and repealing our local pay to play restrictions as a result.
Thank you. May I motion to open the public hearing on 2023-44? Move to open. Second. All in favor? Aye. Thank you. Public hearing on ordinance 2023-44 is now open.
Could you explain that again? What does that mean?
So the state now is taking control over how much professionals like myself and Mr. Harzel, that our firms can contribute to the candidacies of local government officials. Previously, the state regulations allowed towns to have their own local requirements that were more stringent than the state regulations. But now with this new act that was adopted at state level in 2023, the state has knocked out all local pay-to-play regulations and said we now have preempted the field and towns can no longer have their own individual restrictions that are more restrictive than the state. And so the DCA has issued a notice recommending that all towns that previously had their own local restrictions that they repeal them, which is what we're doing now. So we have to follow the state regulations now. We can't have our own.
So how does that affect us?
Well, the state regulations do not allow contributions within 12 months of the award of contracts or during the term of contracts, and they place limitations on the types of, if a contract is awarded through a fair and open process versus a non-fair and open process, and everything is now done through at the state with these state regulations.
So what does that do? Leave you out?
Well, no, I'm still governed, but not by the local restrictions, by the state restrictions.
Okay.
There's still a state pay to play.
Yes,
The
there's still a
individual
state
pay to play is
So
part
we
of
can't
that.
have individual local pay to play limits anymore. The state now is taking them.
It's okay, I'm the one. It's okay.
Move to close.
Second.
All in favor? Aye. Public hearing on ordinance 2023-44 is now closed. May I have a motion to adopt ordinance 2023-44? Second. Move to adopt.
Oh, sorry.
Move to, second. Councilmember Bez Anderson.
Yes.
Councilmember Chapman. Yes. Councilmember Clayton.
Yes.
Deputy Mayor Quinn. Yes. Now for ordinance 2023-45, ordinance of the City of Asbury Park and the County of Monmouth, the State of New Jersey, authorizing the execution of a lease agreement with Asbury Partners LLC and Cajun Fish Holdings LLC for block 4307, lots 1, 2, and 3 within the Asbury Park Waterfront redevelopment area. Now, on the deal requires the
Certainly, this is a lease agreement to relocate the beach equipment to the parking lot adjacent to the wastewater treatment plant. We're leasing this from Cajun Fish Holdings, and this is a relocation due to the sale of the current location where our equipment is currently stored.
Thank you. Ready to roll? All here? Second. All in favor? We're just moving equipment, Rita, from one spot to another.
I know, where was it before?
So it was across from the wastewater treatment plant?
On that line?
Yeah, that lot, so we're moving it across the street in the parking lot between North Beach and the wastewater treatment plant.
Move to close. All in favor? Public hearing on ordinance 2023-45 is now closed. May I have a motion to adopt ordinance 2023-45? Move to adopt. Second. Councilmember Bez Anderson. Yes. Councilmember Chapman. Yes. Councilmember Clayton. Yes. Deputy Mayor Quinn. Yes. Round ordinance 2023-46, ordinance constituting the 2023 transportation update for the city of Asbury Park, amending subdivision chapter 7 entitled traffic of the code of the city of Asbury Park. Our transportation director, James Cannon, you brought it, you read it for us?
Sure. Good evening. So this ordinance is the recommendation from the parking committee to the city council. It adds 4 new 15-minute parking spaces that weren't already existing. It also codifies some 15-minute parking spaces that were existing in our network but not in our code. Just kind of makes it clean up a little bit. It's intended, the 15-minute spaces we're adding are intended to serve key businesses that don't have any parking available to them, specifically along Main Street, Asbury Avenue, where all parking was removed when Main Street was reconstructed. It also adds 3 areas of the town, 3 parking areas that are supposed to be intended for taxis and rideshare vehicles. The intention is for companies such as Uber and Lyft to have their drivers only use those areas we're picking up to avoid cluttering roads such as Kingsley Street or Main Street when picking up when popular restaurants and bars close.
Thank you. May I have a motion to open the public hearing on ordinance 2023-46? Move to open. All in favor? Aye. Move to close. All in favor? Aye. Public hearing on ordinance 2023-46 is now closed. May I have a motion to adopt ordinance 2023-46? Second. Councilmember Bez Anderson. Yes. Councilmember Chapman. Yes. Councilmember Clayton. Yes. Deputy Mayor Quinn. Yes. And finally, ordinance 2023-48, ordinance of the city of Asbury Park amending supplementing chapter 15 entitled Rent Leveling Regulations of the code of the city of Asbury Park. Our director of community development, Robert Goodwin, will provide a brief overview of the ordinance.
Good evening, council.
Good evening.
We've had nothing to discuss this previously, and the changes that we're looking at tonight in the ordinance are consistent with what we discussed. Mostly, I think we revolve around simplifying and streamlining the administrative process for managing this ordinance. It actually reduces the number of small transactional fees or eliminates them. And it takes the filing of rent updates from within 25 days when they occur to it being done annually. After administering this procedure, we realize there's very little risk by doing so. It simplifies the process. It's also in conformance with what our software can do that tracks the necessary information to administer this ordinance. And it's setting us up for by 2025 to be able to have landlords directly enter this information into the system without having to submit any paper forms or double checking it. We'll be able to automate the validation and verification of rent updates by early 2025.
Thank you. Thank you, Laura. Any motion for the public hearing on ordinance 2023-48? Move ahead. All in favor? Aye. Public hearing on ordinance 2023-48 is now open. Second. All in favor? Aye. Public hearing on ordinance 2023-48 is now closed. I have a motion to adopt ordinance 2023-48. Move to adopt. Second. Councilmember Bez Anderson. Yes. Councilmember Chapman. Yes. Councilmember Clayton. Yes. Deputy Mayor Quinn. Yes. No one has anything else, on to adjourn.
Thank you.
Thank you.